Hey everyone, Izzy from Endless RVing with an important safety update video. And we do these videos quite often, and we kind of look for them because it's very important for us to stay safe out there. If you're in an RV, sometimes things don't always go as planned, and there are some safety measures that you can take. When we find these stories, we do want to bring them to you because there's always something to learn from these stories. Before we get into this video, guys, a couple of things. If you are subscribed, please go and check that you are still subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people without them knowing. If you're new to this channel, please take a moment, subscribe if you like this video. Make sure the notification bell's on so when we put out new videos, you'll get notified. So this comes from rvtravel.com. It's dated July 16, 2024. And the headline is 3 hurt in motorhome fire on West Virginia interstate. This took place on July 15th, and according to the article here, dispatchers received a call about 2:20 in the afternoon. The motorhome were fully engulfed. 2 fire departments took point on the fire, 3 others bringing water. There was 3 hurt in the incident. They all were treated for burns, sent to the hospital, but more tragically, all the pets that were inside of the motorhome did not make it. They all died. Very tragic story, guys. I'll put some video. You can actually see it because there was people taking videos. Thing was fully engulfed. Now, we've done several videos on RV fires, and thankfully the people in this fire were okay. Unfortunately, the pets did not make it. There are some things that you can do about this, and I'm going to talk about what are some of the leading causes of RV fires and how you can mitigate those risks. So I'm taking some information directly from the U.S. Fire Administration, and this was a detailed snapshot, recreational vehicle fires 2018 through 2020, 4,200 RV fires causing 15 civilian deaths, 125 civilian injuries, and over $60 million in losses. 26.2% were from the engine area, running gear, and wheel area. 15.7% were other vehicle areas. Operator passenger area of the vehicle is 9.1%. The cooking area is 7.7%. Vehicle exterior is 6.9%. And then other origins. Again, these are just origins of the fire. And I'll put the link down below if you want to read a little bit more about this. Now, about half of all RV fires occur when the vehicles are stationary. One of the biggest causes historically are those propane refrigerators, those absorption refrigerators. They can have leaks and they can cause fires. There's been quite a few recalls on the Norcold refrigerators, especially with the older motorhomes. These are some things you want to have inspected pretty regularly, or maybe just switch them out for a 12 volt or 120 volt refrigerator. Approximately 35% of all RV fires are caused by electrical shorts, faulty wiring, generators, water heaters, air conditioners. All those systems of wiring, shorts under the hood, or in the engine bay in the back, depending if you have a diesel pusher or a gas motorhome. Less common source is going to be propane leaks. Now, we did a video a couple of weeks ago. We'll link it up above, and that wasn't a confirmed propane leak, but many of our subscribers who watched that, some of them that have been involved in the fire industry, said they believe that was a propane leak. 3 members of a family, they were getting their RV motorhome ready to go on a trip, and the thing just exploded. It was all caught on camera, more than likely a propane leak that just ignited. So what can you do? It's not all doom and gloom, and overall, RVing is relatively safe from fires. There are some simple steps that you can do to prevent a fire, and then more importantly, if a fire breaks out, give yourself a better chance of escaping that fire in a safe manner. First of all, let's talk about preventative. Regularly check the motorhome. Have it inspected, inspect it yourself, check the wiring. Do you see anything frayed? Do you have rodents? They can cause a big problem. Check under the hood, under the chassis. If you have a towable, the wiring in the panel, make sure that the lugs are tightened down, there's no loose wiring. A second thing you could do, if you have propane, not running the propane going down the road is probably a really good idea, especially if you have a leak. This could be a big problem going down the road with propane on and a leak. Pressure test the propane system pretty regularly. Check for leaks at least once or twice a year. There is technology out there, guys, fire suppression technology. Now, we did a video probably about 2 years ago. We'll link it up above. When we had Propane put in our motorhome in the areas that are most likely to cause fire. And Propane is a fire suppression agent. If it starts detecting, it hits a certain degree amount, detects a fire, these tubes break, and they will put the fire out. So where do we have it put in? Most common places, like I just said, under the hood, by the generator, by the batteries, up in the circuit box, Buy the propane. Places that are very common, the most common places where fires break out, we had the Propane installed. And there's other fire suppression systems out there. It doesn't have to be Propane, but you want to make sure you put them in places that fires are more likely to break out. And also you want to put in the right amount of volume in there. So if a fire does break out, it can put it out. Now, if a fire does break out, you want to make sure you have the equipment to let you know that there's a fire and maybe be able to put out the fire. So smoke detectors, obviously a very important thing. Propane detectors. So if you do have a leak of propane, it starts to build up, that detector should go up. Of course, if there's any kind of smoke, the smoke detectors should let you know. Make sure they're functioning, make sure the batteries work. Test them once or twice a year. We did upgrade our sensors. We have the Nest Aware. And the reason why I did that is because they're smart. So if one goes off, the other one will go off. They communicate with each other. And also they're hooked up to the internet via our Wi-Fi. So if we're not in the motorhome and there's some kind of smoke condition, it's going to let us know. There's also propane safety devices. Another thing that we carry on our motorhome, and this is available on trailers. On motorhomes, it's very inexpensive, is a gas stop. It goes in between our propane line. If it detects a propane leak, a big leak, a line is cut, there's something that's not right, it's gonna cut the propane off. Very good peace of mind, guys. If you somehow, some reason you have a main line that fails, the gas stop will address it. Now let's talk about fire extinguishers. Most RVs come with one fire extinguisher. That's not enough. You should carry as many appropriate fire extinguishers as you can. You want to check them regularly, make sure they're pressurized. They do have expiration dates. Now, we did a whole video about RV fires and fire extinguishers. We'll link it up above, but you do periodically just want to kind of turn them over because the material in there can get packed in. And you want to make sure you have more than one. We personally carry 5 on ours. You can never really go wrong with carrying too many, other than not having the space or maybe the weight capacity, but the more that you have. So if a fire ever does break out, at least you can put it out and be able to get out of there safely. But we're gonna ask for your help, guys. So if there's anybody in the fire industry, firefighter, or you work having to do something with fire, EMS, any of that, and you know anything about fires, put in the comments below. What are some of the steps that you take? What are some of the things that RVers should be doing? Because we wanna know, and more importantly, our viewers wanna know, because there's plenty of these fires breaking out. We try to report on them just as a reminder, guys, not doom and gloom, just a reminder to be careful, be safe out there. If you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV newbies playlist. We'll put our RV news playlist. And for myself, MJ's inside taking a shower. It's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.